Welcome to the macros, buttons, and pivot tables tutorial with an emphasis on macro recording and button development to automate your spreadsheet processes. And the pivot table section of this will be just on how to refresh a pivot table using macros and buttons. Part 1 will be to develop the buttons that we will assign the macros to. And part 2 will be to create the macros and assign those macros to the buttons. Alright, one is on developing buttons. So we're going to create our first button, and then the steps to create all the additional buttons will be all the same. First thing I would do is go to the Insert tab. And from the Insert tab, you're going to want to go to Shapes. And within Shapes, if you've used it, you may have recently used Shapes up top. Otherwise, it may just have it broken out. So what we're going to go to is rectangles. And I like to take the rectangles with kind of rounded corners. So that's the one I'm going to use. It's personal preference. So you're going to see this little crosshairs right here. When you click on your left mouse button, it's going to make it bigger. What you want to do here is you want to draw the size of your shape. And then you're going to let go, and it's going to put your shape out here. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to Shape Effects. And they have a lot of different ones, a lot of different presets here and different types. I go to Bevel, and I like kind of the raised bevel, so that's one I'm going to choose. And you click off it, you'll see that it looks like it's kind of raised with a little, maybe a little shadow or something beside it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to write the name Clear Data on this shape, which will become our button. So we're going to right click, go to Edit Text, and we're going to, in all caps, we're going to put Clear Data. Then we're going to click outside. So we have Clear Data written in there, but we're going to want to now be able to center that. So we're going to activate the button again, go up here to Center, and then this center right here. And then we're going to make the words bigger, so we're just going to make it a 28 font. And that is the steps for creating a button within Excel to use as a macro. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this button and we're going to copy and paste it under each of the additional steps. And then we're going to go back to those. We're going to double click on them, and we're going to write in copy data because that's the word in red for number 2. And we're going to double click in this one and highlight all that and go format. And we'll double click in this one, highlight that, and put census, regions, and divisions. Now this one's going to be pretty long. It's going to put on 2 rows, so you can either leave it that way or you can just drag it out to make it bigger to fit it on 1 row. And then on the last one, do the same thing. Highlight, refresh, pivot table. And now we've created all the buttons we're going to need to assign our macros to. So that is it for part 1.